Hello everybody, this is Blightwind bringing you Game 3 of MTW versus Next.kz for the International Wildcard Western Finals. And just switch myself to free camera here real quick, and everyone's loaded in, so we'll get the bans and picks underway right away. So this is, like I said, this is Game 3. I've recorded 2 of them so far, and I don't want to spoil what the standings are and who won what, so we will just leave it alone. It is, however, it does appear to be best 3 out of 5. So Darkseer ban coming out right away from MTW here. And that's not too surprising. He's got a lot of good team fight with the Wall of Replica, Vacuum, can definitely pull people out of position into and set up for Wall of Replica and other good AoE ultimates like Black Hole or Ravage or Roar. Lycan being banned out. Powerful Jungler. He's got some good powerful push. So it's not surprising to me at all to see him banned. Honestly, they could probably nerf him down till he's basically useless, and the pro scene would still ban him just because they have so many bad memories of when Lycan was actually allowed to be played. So it's sort of like you won't do something just because you have bad memories of it, even if they tell you it is safe. And second ban, just waiting on MTW. Have myself a little bit of pop. And I'm sorry about the cough. But MTW going into a little bit of bonus time here. Broodmother ban coming out. Not overly surprising. She has good powerful push. She's a lane bully. She can carry very well in the mid game. If she gets herself some decent farm, gets like a BKB up, maybe like a fast butterfly or something crazy like that, and is just another one of those annoying heroes that no one really wants to go against.
10 seconds remaining.
Lone Druid ban coming out. Like I said, I don't want to quite give away what has happened in the other games, but MTW did play a rather successful Lone Druid, so Next.kz just doesn't want to deal with that. That's more so a respect ban towards Funzy. He does play a very competent solo lane Syllabear,
10 seconds
and we will have to see what
5 seconds
what they
remaining.
respond with, if they maybe ban out something that Next.kz really likes in exchange. Going into some more of the bonus time here, and we will have to wait and see. Going into actually quite a bit of bonus time. Looks like there's quite a bit of conversation going on here. And dun dun dun. Wow, MTW. Oh, okay, Nature's Prophet. Doesn't strike me as a ban that would have been that difficult to decide on, because he is banned quite a bit. The picture for when he's banned is a little strange. His face like just kind of blends into a solid block. Invoker ban coming out from Next.kz. Invoker's just one of those heroes. He's got a lot of utility with all the various spells he can mix himself up, so it's not all that surprising. You know, he's just kind of irritating to go against. Unless you can absolutely shut him down early on, he's just gonna keep going and going and going.
Seconds remaining.
Waiting on the first pick here from MTW, and it's gonna be Leshrac. Have not seen Leshrac in either of the 2 other games, so Leshrac, powerful push, and like that's one of the biggest reasons. He's got a powerful push, and he does do quite a large chunk of AoE damage, but you mostly get him for the Edict push. So MTW is probably going to be looking to do another hard push strategy.
Windrunner at your
And Next.kz responds with a Brewmaster Windrunner. Windrunner, fantastic support, great solo. She's got a lot of utility. Power Shot can be very, very powerful. Shackle Shot, probably the most imba spell in the game. Brewmaster, fantastic team fight with this Primal Split. You can Cyclone and then Rock stun somebody, and it just it makes it like a 3v5 for a portion of the team fight.
10 seconds remaining.
And a Chen coming out in response. Very good jungler, powerful push. Hand of God can easily tip a losing team fight into give you that little bit of heal you need to be able to survive and win. Especially if you like manage to survive through a bunch of AoE ults. Hand of God heals you up. Like a Hand of God, a mech, heal your team up, and all of a sudden the other side has nothing to actually deal with you now. But waiting for one more pick coming out of them. They're actually only down to like 20 seconds of bonus time, so they might have to rush through these last few bans and picks. And they're going to get a Beastmaster. He's got some pretty good push with his aura, with his boar. Incredibly powerful team fight with the axes and the primal roar. And waiting for the last pick from Next.kz here. And then we'll go into a second round of bans. And see kind of what route they go. I imagine that we will see quite a few push heroes be banned out by Next.kz to try and stop this super hard push strategy that MTW is going for. I'm really curious if Next.kz will pick up a Morphling again, because Morphling does get shut down very hard if you can manage to push very fast, because he's just not able to get himself built up to the point where he can like destroy your supports or like just pick somebody out and just instantly destroy them. And if you take away all of his farming room, then he just becomes kind of a squishy hero who's got a little bit of magic nuke but nothing really else. And eating into some bonus time. Yeah, they do go for it. Next.kz, Mantis loves his Morphling. Which makes me really surprised, like nobody bans Morphling against Mantis. But I suppose if they did that he would just go for like a Riki or an Anti-Mage or something like that. He is a very, very good carry player in general. Very good farmer. Enchantress ban coming out from MTW here. That's not surprising. Enchantress is actually a fairly good counter against Chen, because Enchant has a smaller cooldown than Holy Persuasion, so she's able to steal away his creeps. Anti-Mage ban coming out. Anti-Mage, just an annoying carry to deal with. He also does counter Morphling, but, I mean, he's just Anti-Mage. Like, you just have to say Anti-Mage, and that's all you need to say to explain him. Like, explain the mindset behind banning him. And I don't know, they might ban out some supports here. They could ban out like an Earthshaker or a Crystal Maiden, someone who would be babysitting this Morphling. And they're going to go with a Tidehunter. Tidehunter, very good team fight. He is also a very good support. Gush is incredibly powerful. It's a good nuke, an armor reduction, a slow. They're going to pick up a Lich on MTW here. A Tinkerban also on Next.kz. Just someone who's really annoying once he gets the Boots of Travel out of Soul Ring. He just teleports around, pushing towers, laser missile, tons of nuke. The Lich will be mostly bringing, like, the biggest reason he's picked up is for the sacrifice. Able to deny the lane. He's able to do a little bit of Frost Blast harass. And then Chain Frost is very powerful, especially with Beastmaster Roar. If you can get a like 2 or 3 people clumped together, you throw a Chain Frost in on them, and it will just start bouncing in between them, do a bunch of damage. And just waiting for the last pick out of Next.kz here. They're taking their time for this last couple of picks. They're going to get an Enigma. They also, like, Equal just loves his Enigma.
Team pick.
And
10 seconds.
well, they'll have another roughly 20 seconds altogether to get this last pick out.
Remaining.
And it's going to be a Ricky Morrow. Ricky Morrow,
Player team
very popular carry. He's dropped down in popularity compared to what it used to be, but he is very, very good. You get a diffusal blade up on him, and he'll just blink into like someone squishy, like say your Enigma, and just drop the smoke cloud, diffusal them so that they can't escape it, and just backstab them to death. And then Crystal Maiden's going to be picked up to babysit this Morphling. So I imagine that we will see Enigma in the jungle, and then Windrunner in a solo lane, Brewmaster in a solo lane, and then Morphling, Crystal Maiden. And probably a Leshrac in the solo lane, and Beastmaster in a solo lane with a Ricky Maru Lich. And a pause is going to come out from MTW here. Apparently Kabap is on the phone. And we'll quickly go over who's playing what. We've got Cinderin on the Leshrac, Funzy playing the Beastmaster, Soxka on the Ricky, Effing Mad on the Lich, Kabap on the Chen, then Mantis in his usual spot as a Morphling, 570 on the Crystal Maiden, Lucky on the Enigma, actually that's kind of surprising, Stallcat on the Brewmaster, and then Equal on the Windrunner. And the unpause comes out. I'm still going to harp on Next.kz for not having an alternate courier.
prepare for
And
battle.
it's still showing up as an observer ward to me. That is rather unfortunate. It seems the patch screwed up a whole bunch of the creep names. Roshan is apparently a skeleton warrior. Always good to know. But we are seeing a roam into the appropriate jungles. Beastmaster coming up here to clear out all these trees, give whoever's in the solo lane a bunch of visions so that they can't get jumped from right in here or in here. Really, unless you stand like right here and then the instant you move, they can just back up. I love being able to draw on the map. Woo!
30 seconds to battle.
They're just watching for... Make sure that nobody's putting wards down. It's kind of funny that a lot of teams will do this now, and they do it in each other's jungle so nobody gets caught anyways. Very rare is it. It's very rare to see someone actually get caught out. Windrunner throwing out a battle point increase. Lich going back to sacrifice one of the creeps.
Pour on the speed.
And Crystal Maiden actually gets a haste rune. It's going to come to the mid lane here. And so we've got Crystal Maiden Brewmaster, actually, with Lich and Ricky. So I did get that one right. And then we got Morphling in a lane with Enigma. But I imagine the Enigma is just going to be a solo. And he's actually going to come deny a creep with Eidolons. Except Beastmaster is saying, no, no, no. I'm going to kill a bunch of these. Do a bunch of damage to him. Screw up your jungle. And Brewmaster taking quite a bit of damage, but so is Ricky. And then down here we've got Leshrac up against the Windrunner. Beastmaster taking some damage from the Morphling's waveform. But he needs to back up because he is taking some creep hits. Beastmaster's just going to pump in a few hits here. And Enigma is instead going to do a pull, since he's not able to get his Eidolons. Early Basilius picked up by the Morphling. That'll definitely help with the mixed damage of the axes. Help mitigate that a little bit. And give him some mana regen so that he can waveform when the time comes. Brewmaster taking some more harass. Ricky's sitting alright. He's got down to 1 tango. And Chen's doing a pull of his own. He's going to pick up this.
Illusion.
He's going to pick up the Fell Beast, which is apparently it is. I think that one's actually accurate. And Crystal Maiden gets an illusion. Gonna go down to some right clicks from the Lich here. Beastmaster just kind of sit at his tower. He's got level 1, well, no, level 2 Call of the Wild. So he's got the boar, which is hovering. That is a flying boar. That's kind of funny. Oh, Valve. Brewmaster taking even more harass down on down over here. Ricky's just kind of farming away. Got 700 gold saved up. I imagine we'll see him pick up a set of boots pretty soon here. Lich is going to get an auto attack in to cancel that salve, but it did do a fair amount of healing, so no worries. Windrunner actually taking quite a bit of harass from the Latrak here. Probably ate a Split Earth. Or just some edict damage. I really have to burp, but I don't want to do it on the mic, into the mic. Beastmaster is in a lot of trouble here. And he's got his bird sitting over here. And he should probably try and push this. Oh, but the Morphling is super low also. Just going to be taking a couple hits from the boar here. Is he waiting for the mana for a axe throw and hoping he can just... Brewmaster gets a regen rune in the bottle here. That'll be nice for him, because apparently he's been taking quite a bit of harass. I'm really watching this top lane. Oh, okay, that was what Beastmaster was waiting for. He had a bottle coming out to him. And now he's able to get some axe throws in. And Mantis is going to bring himself a salve. Going to bring himself a clarity. But he should probably be careful, make sure he doesn't get himself picked off here. Yeah, the clarity gets disabled and the salve only gets him up to about half. Chen just kind of farming away. Enigma just kind of pulling, farming away in the jungle here. I think Beastmaster is thinking of... But no, Morphling comes through. This Morphling's playing with fire. A Basilius and Boots coming out to the Beastmaster. And the courier graphics is also screwed up. Yeah, okay, it's... Windrunner had just brought herself something. Boots and a Basilius. That is what Beastmaster... Or no, Beastmaster brought himself absolutely nothing. Brought himself like a salve or something. Oh, he's sending his bottle back. He is almost level 6, and this Morphling has to be super careful. As soon as he hits 6, he's probably going to look to roar him and get roaring axes as soon as the bottle comes back. Fortunately, misses that axe throw. Enigma coming through here. They're going to do a bit of an aggressive ward. Keep an eye on these ancients here. Block the ancient spawn. And just kind of keep an eye on the movements of this team in general. And Enigma has a soul ring. He's got sentry wards. Bottle is on its way back, along with something that he picked up at the side shop. Oh no, he just went to like scout the rune or something like that, I guess. So Funzy gets himself his bottle back. He's got Roar now. Level 2 axes. Almost has enough mana for both. He might be looking to set up a kill here. Brewmaster's going to go down to the Ricky, though.
Cloaked and dead.
Frost Blast him inside the cloud. And then a bunch of backstab. Blink strikes. Ricky is probably going the standard. Yep. One blink strike, one cloud, and then just maxed backstab. He's going to pick up his stealth now. There you go. And now he's going to become even more annoying. Eidolons are going to come through, do quite a bit of damage. Oh, Beastmaster's going to get caught out. Was trying to go down to the neutrals, which is why he threw the axes at them. Try and draw them onto himself. Lich does find a regen rune. Split Earth and some Edict on top of some Chen creep damage. And we are gonna see a push on this tower. Leshrac, Edict is gonna be up now, so. Ooh, and the fortification drops just as soon as Edict comes off, and that tower is just shredded. And Ricky actually also gets a kill mid on the Brewmaster again. And we're gonna see Beastmaster. Looks like he used Roar for that. Chen is bringing himself boots.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Leshrac takes a tier 2. Wow. That's some fast push. Glyph is going to be blown here. Are we going to see some TP supports? Or, yep, here comes one from the Lich. Not level 6 yet, although now he is. So he's got Chain Frost now if they want to look to do an engagement. How long do we got? We got about 25 seconds on the Roar. So we might see an engagement up here in the near future. If they kind of stay clumped up like this when Roar is up. And Leshrac dodges, or Windrunner dodges the Splitter, takes a bit of damage from the Edict.
Illusion.
Item pickups. Point booster picked up by the Leshrac. That'll probably be for a Bloodstone more than likely. He will disassemble this Arcane Boots so that he can make the Soul booster. And will pick up the Perseverance pretty soon here. We got 1,300 gold saved up on the Beastmaster. Nothing else. We might see him finish boots. Ricky is going to get a kill. Chain Frost is going to bounce and forth. Get only one hit on a hero, which is unfortunate. And, oh, Ricky's going to salve himself up. Power Shot's going to come through. He's got the 2 pieces of his Diffusal and can pick up the Robe of the Magi now, so he just needs the money for the recipe. And it looks like they're actually going to look to do a push up top here. Roar is off cooldown, so we may see a Roar onto Morphling here, along with Ricky Cloud and a bunch of right clicks. The Ghost Scepter for the Ethereal Blade is picked up.
Under attack.
Mid tower is taking a bunch of her. Leshrac is coming in. Oh, and Ricky just manages to get out. Black Hole being dropped on only one. Roar coming through. Axe is going to clean up. Brewmaster gets a kill on the Lich. But Lich gets a kill on the Enigma. And then Chen gets a kill on the Brewmaster.
Punishment for your sins.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And then Ricky's going to come in to... Oh, try and deny.
Radiant's top tower
And
has fallen.
unfortunately, he didn't get the deny, but Morphling also did not get the last hit. So that's a good chunk of gold for the Dire team, but it wasn't as much as it could have been. And it's still a 4,000 gold advantage-ish for the Radiant. Experience, look at about 5,000. And we should see some pressure coming in on this top tower or mid tower pretty soon here. Beastmaster now has almost, well, 1,800 gold saved up. And we do see the Vitality booster picked up, but probably just wait till he has the Perseverance.
Dire's middle tower is
And then
under
he will
attack.
quickly disassemble those Arcanes to make the Bloodstone. And this mid tower is... Actually, it might be defended. Brewmaster going to get a clap on Leshrac. Split Earth is going to go on 2. But Chen actually still manages to get the tower, which is surprising. Beastmaster gets a regen rune. Power Shot going to come through, not hit anyone, just some creeps. Frostbite being used on a Chen creep. Shackle Shot not going to latch on anybody. They're going to take this mid tower in exchange. And Windrunner gets the last hit on that.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Ricky gets an illusion rune. Does Ricky have his defusal? He has the recipe for it.
All are healed.
So he basically needs another 100 gold and he will have a defusal. So he's got his defusal now. And now he will start roaming around looking for some of the squishier people like this Enigma, the Crystal Maiden, even the Windrunner. Brewmaster gets a fast blink. Always nice. Can do some blink thunderclaps now. And then Primal Split to keep the stuns going, keep the disables going. Morphling's about 1,000 gold off his Ethereal. And Lich has Tranquil Boots and Wards and a Smoke. And Leshrac still hasn't picked up any of the pieces to his Perseverance. Beastmaster has cut 2,000 gold. Is he saving up for a Necro? I imagine that's what it's going to be. And a mech finished on the Chen. Morphling also has a Ring of Health. Dust picked up by the Crystal Maiden. Hoping to catch that Ricky out. The mech recipe and a buckler sitting in Enigma's inventory. Brewmaster's just got Blink and level 1 boots. Windrunner's looking to get drums. And they're just using this Wildkin to... Leshrac actually gets cut out. Shackle Shot onto 2. Ricky's going to get dusted. Ricky is in some trouble. Chain Frost is coming out, but there's a bunch of Eidolons there. Beastmaster does get a kill on the Enigma. Leshrac actually lands a Split Earth on the Morphling. Morphling's going to go down to a Frost Blast from Lich. They turn this around. That is a 2-for-0 exchange. Ricky just barely survived. That was incredible. Perfect mech Hand of God just to keep him alive, and then he was able to blink strike to somebody else. And this tier 1 is going to go down.
Dire's top tower
Power
is
shot
under
coming through, but it's not really going to stem this anymore.
Dire's top
So,
tower has fallen.
that is 3 for 2, sorry. Tower exchange. Ricky's got his defusal now. He's got another 1,000 gold saved up. Well, almost 1,000 gold. Probably see him go for a Yasha next. Sorry, I had to burp, so pulled the microwave. And almost a mech finished. Ah, there we go. There's the mech finished on the Enigma. And still, because of that death, about 1,000 gold away from that Ethereal Blade. Beastmaster actually goes for a Blink Dagger. That's interesting, but I like it. Be able to get some Blink Roars on people. Catch them out, especially when you got so many AoE stuns. And then allow Ricky to just jump on top of whoever he wants. Sorry if I get a little quiet. My voice is still not too used to these long casting sprees, so. There we go. Bloodstone finished on Leshrac. Broke down the boots in order to do that. And that'll allow him to keep his Pulse Nova active for a lot longer in team fights. Pulse Nova gonna clean up all of these Eidolons. Beastmaster gonna chase after this Enigma, which is just an illusion. Actually, it's a replicant from the looks of it, I think. No, it's just an illusion. And then they're gonna look to do a push up here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now,
Dire's
can the
top
Dire,
tower
it's not
is
so
under
much does the Dire, like, will the Dire, but can they actually do anything to stop this? And it looks like that answer is no.
tower is under attack.
So that tower goes down,
Dire's top tower has
and
fallen.
Ricky TP's down here to stop Equal from getting this. Clear up these creeps. Now is he gonna go hunting for her or just farm? Ah, he's actually gonna, looks like he's going for a BKB. Very smart. As you saw in that little engagement, if they land all their stuns on him, he is in very much so danger of dying. He's really only survived that because of the incredible play from his supports. And there's Staff of Wizardry. I imagine that will probably be for a Necro. Necro is a very popular Beastmaster item. Power Treads are finished on him as well. And our supports here are going to clear up some Ancients, get themselves a little bit of farm, some experience, which is always useful. Lich still sitting at level 9. That level 11 would be nice, because the damage for Chain Frost actually goes up by 90, which is a good chunk. Here's another Enigma illusion. Gonna get stunned. They realize that it's just an illusion. However, the entire Dire team is sitting here. Well, near the entire Dire team. Morphling is sitting here smoked up. Beastmaster's gonna use a haste. Gonna bottle himself up. Is he gonna look to go around, or is he just gonna go bottom? He seems to be running a little weird. Like, he should be moving his arms back and forth. They see that the Ricky is down here, Beastmaster is down here. So we're gonna see the smoke wear off. Fortunately, no one really went for the bait. Brewmaster using Thunderclap to clear up a large chunk of that. And we will have to see. Morphling gonna make a replicant of the Brewmaster. And they are looking to push this bottom tower. Now, yeah, it looks like the Radiant team is gonna say, fine, if you want to do that, we are going to take your tier 2. We're gonna see Crystal Maiden teleport in. They managed to get the tower. That is the real Enigma. A bunch of TPs coming in, but tower is now at half health. Good amount of damage done, and Ricky is still just farming away. He's got his BKB recipe, about another 600 gold, and he'll have that finished. And then he will probably he'll be able to just dive in nilly-willy. Let's have a look at the gold graph. About 7,500. Actually, pretty much 7,500 on the dot in the favor of the Radiant. And gold is a little over, or experience is a little over 10,000 in the Radiant's favor as well. And another big push going on the bottom here. Looks like they're going to try and take the tier 2. Chen does have arcane boots, has a point booster as well. Is he going to be going for an egg scepter to give himself Hand of God every like 30 seconds? And it does a good chunk of heal. It's basically a mech. I think, yeah. At level 1, it is a little over a mech, and now it's level 2, so it heals for 50 health more than a mech. So that's 550 heals they can have basically every 30 seconds. And is the Radiant team going to respond to this? They are going to smoke up, and it looks like they are looking to hunt somebody down. Ricky's going as kind of a scout. Nobody, I believe, has a gem. Be a little early to pick up a gem. Yeah, no. Ultimate Orb is on Windrunner. Probably going to be looking to do a Sheepstick. And does Morphling have his E-Blade yet? Yes, he does. Crystal Maiden has a haste rune. They're going to do a roar onto the Morphling here. The red X's of death. Morphling's going to escape. Beastmaster is in a bit of trouble. Ricky gets a kill on the Crystal Maiden. Going to go chasing Black Hole on just Ricky Maru. Beastmaster is going to blink, disrupt the boulder toss. Beautifully well done. And Ricky does survive. He actually gets sent home by the Chen. Chain Frost is going out, only gets onto the Windrunner, which is unfortunate. However, they're going to look to do this push, and they will probably be free to do so. Yeah, so that's all the tier 2s down. And Ricky's going to come back in and just wreck Enigma.
You were my target all along.
And things are just not looking in Next.kz's favor. They went for a fairly late game setup with this Morphling, and when the Enigma or the Leshrac Chen was bought or picked up, you should have just figured, hey, they're gonna go for an early push. Enigma, it does buy back, and they're looking to do a Roshan. However, the Dire team is setting up. Roar is going to go down on the Morphling. And Morphling's going to get... He actually E-Blades onto the Beastmaster so that he can't get right-clicked. Very good attempt. Ricky's going to get the Enigma here. Shackle Shot is going to latch on 2 people. And Enigma tried to juke and TP away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And this will probably be either a Roshan. Looks like, yeah, they're just going to go into the Roche Pit and look to do this. Tank it up with this Dark Troll Warlord. Ricky wants it to turn around. And Leshrac is going to TP top, clear up the creep wave there. And Roche goes down. Ricky now has Aegis, BKB, and he could pick up a Yasha if he so desired. I imagine that Manta will be his next, what he wants to pick up next. Things are looking rough for Next.kz. A little over 10,000 gold advantage. And just over a 15,000 gold, or experience advantage. I keep screwing that up. And Morphling's got his Ethereal Blade, and he's been doing some pretty good job, like a pretty good job at using it to keep himself alive under the Ricky, but it only lasts for a few seconds. Yeah, 3 seconds. Crystal Maiden has Boots, Wand, and that's it. Enigma's got Mech, Soul Ring, and Power Treads, and that's it. And you've got level, like, tier 1 boots and a bracer on, and then Blink on Brewmaster. The most farmed is actually the Morphling and then the Windrunner with Phase Boots, Drum, Ultimate Orb.
Regeneration.
Mantis is a wonderful, incredible Morphling player. Shen gets his Aghanim Scepter. However, Mantis, I think, is a little too stuck in his ways. And basically just says, well, if Morphling's on the board, I'm going to play Morphling. No matter what, without really reading what the enemy team's going to do. I don't know, maybe he's just been craving to play Morphling. Maybe they thought they were going to be able to do this. I don't know. That's only something that you can really figure out if you, you know, you can only really figure that out if you are listening to them on Skype or Vent or whatever they use. Ricky does get cycloned. And poor Crystal Maiden. Lich gets that.
The Winter Warrior ends you.
Ricky's gonna TP down here to clean this up. Are they gonna look to push the tier 3s? I think it would be not a horrible idea, at least. Because they got a one-man advantage. I know Crystal Maiden doesn't add a whole lot in team fights. She does have Freezing Field now. Oh, and has Beastmaster picked up the Necro? Yes, yes. Necro level 1. And is about 800 gold away from Necro 2. So. Morphling has 400 gold. And that's about it. So unfortunately not really going to be able to pick up anything in the near future. Beastmaster blinked for some reason. Not too sure what it was. Eidolon's going to despawn. Beastmaster does find an invis room. That'll be good. Allow him to hopefully set up some invis roars. The warding situation has actually gone downhill for both teams. No one really has any wards out. And Ricky just gonna kill the and they're just gonna kind of clump together. Roshan's not anywhere near coming up, not even halfway, so it's not like they're waiting for that. They are gonna smoke, however. They're gonna smoke up and hopefully find somebody. Oh no, that smoke just was wearing off. So they might just look to do a hard push in the mid lane here. Windrunner using Power Shot to try and slow this down. Whose Necro is up. Some more wards being brought by Lich. Knocking over a bottle. And they're just going to look to do some Edict damage to the tower. Just start chipping away at it.
All are healed.
And Hand of God is actually popped. I'm I suppose it's really not that big of a deal. Unless they get in like a team fight right now. But Ricky's sitting on... Now, he does have a Yasha. Sold his poor man shield for that. And he can get the ultimate orb for his Manta. But I imagine he'll just save up the... Like, I think it's about 2,800 grand total. Like, it's 700 for the recipe. 650. I was close. So, he's just going to save up the, like, another 100-ish gold he needs for the recipe. This creep wave right here will give him exactly that. And now he's got Planeswalker Cloak actually also coming. I imagine that's probably for Beastmaster. Or somebody else. I don't really see Ricky picking one of those up. Especially since he has no inventory space. Unfortunately, it won't show you who it belongs to in spectator mode. Someone's going to get sent home. Leshrac. Let himself heal up a bit, and that way he can go defend this bottom lane. Morphling sitting on a Yasha, probably looking to do a Manta style of his own. However, Ricky does have his finished, and he's got BKB, and he's got Diffusal. And one could argue that the Diffusal is much more helpful in the long run, because the Ethereal is only really useful when the supports and stuff like that are super, super squishy, and you can just walk up and ruin their day.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Some TPs coming in from the Morphling here. Shackle Shot going to go on too. They're going to look to Brewmaster clap in, but Aurora goes out. Chain Frost onto Morphling. It's not really going to bounce to anyone else. Black Hole catching 4. So Beastmaster gets a kill on the Crystal Maiden. Ricky goes in after the Enigma. Morphling bought back. Ricky does go down, but it's only Aegis being burned. He's going to look to... Yeah, he's going to go for the Brewmaster. Brewmaster tries to TP out, but a Blink Strike and some more backstabs make sure he cannot get out. Brewmaster also buys back. That was a huge exchange. I think Chen and Aegis got burned in exchange for 4 or 5. I think Windrunner was the only one that didn't go down. Ricky just gonna TP home, pick himself up another TP scroll. He's got about 800 gold. Who knows what he'll pick up. And unfortunately, 14,000 gold advantage over 20,000 experience advantage. This is just not looking really good for Next.kz here. Force Staff is finished on the Windrunner, so she's got Force Staff, Drums, and an Ultimate Orb. Still looking to finish up the Sheepstick. Necro 3 is bought on Beastmaster, so that'll give them some True Vision, give them some good damage, give them a good amount of mana burn. Just a useful push item. They do a roar on somebody. Not sure who it was. I think they just caught a replicant. But Roshan is going to be up any second now. And Edict's going to be used to clean up some Ancients here. Since it is mixed, it does actually hit the Golems, yeah, well, and Ancients in general. Smoke's going to be popped. And they are just kind of waiting. Roshan is now up. Are they going to wait to see if Next.kz comes to check it and then jump on top of them when that happens? They got about 20 seconds on Beastmaster Roar still, and about the same on the Necro 3. Morphling is attacking rather quick. With that Yasha E-Blade, he can get the ultimate orb now. But he'll most likely do the same thing as Ricky, just save up the 2750 for that. And MTW is just going to set themselves up to Roshan. Boots of Travel picked up on Leshrac. That gives him some great mobility, allows him to just jump around, start threatening lanes, forcing this Dire team to spread themselves out. More red X's of death from Morphling. And Roshan just going down so quickly. It's kind of crazy how fast this is going down. And then Ricky's going to pick that up. And now they're going to look to do a final push, I imagine. Probably at least take a Rax, if not end the game. Windrunner does manage to snag herself an Invis rune, but I think that was more picked up just to prevent the Radiant team from getting it on like a Beastmaster or something like that, instead of actually looking to use it to open something up. Morphling, does he have a Replicant up? Yes, it does. Yes, he does. So if he gets in a bad spot, he can just Replicant out. Except his Replicant just wore off. Brewmaster has a Ghost Scepter. Probably looking to just use that to avoid. Windrunner actually gets a kill on the Lich with the help of the Morphling. Late Split Earth. That's unfortunate. So the Lich does go down for nothing. No follow-up able to be performed. Crystal Maiden's got still just Ward's Dust boots. So unfortunate for a support to be like this. Froze up a little bit there. We got Enigma with mech and part of the BKB. So I imagine we'll see that being picked up pretty soon, and then he'll be able to, as long as he catches the Beastmaster, they won't be able to actually stop him if he has the BKB going. Beastmaster Roar does go through. It is a superior magic ability. And we've got nothing really new picked up. Oh, Ultimate Orb is picked up on the Leshrac. Shackle Shot is going to latch. And they're going to look to come in on him, but he's going to get caught up in creeps. Use his BKB. Nothing really happens. Now Next.kz may look to push this out. Manta Style is finished on the Morphling here. And this is actually going to give them a fair amount of power. Once Morphling gets these couple items up, he can actually carry very, very hard. Morphling's going to TP back up top here. Did Leshrac buy back? Nope. Looks like he just, they waited it out. And they're probably going to take this tier 3.
Dire structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're going to finish it off. Beastmaster is going to get jumped on. He's going to get Roar, break the Enigma black hole. Morphling goes down. He does buy back. He still has Aegis. Gonna kill the Crystal Maiden. Brewmaster reforms. Morphling's gonna get caught out again. He's gonna get hit by the split Earth, get himself killed. Buyback is down now. Brewmaster is going after the Lich, but he's gonna get killed by the Leshrac, because he did use Ghost Step to try and avoid the Riki, but then that just caused the lightning split Earth to hit even harder. These racks are gonna go down.
Dire's top
And are they just gonna sweep? Yeah, they're just gonna sweep it down, take out this
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
tier 3 in the mid lane, probably clean up these racks. They've got another 20-ish seconds before Brewmaster's up, and over 40 seconds for Morphling. Plus, a bunch of the team fight ults are down.
Dire's middle barracks.
Net does go down on the Enigma. He gets forced daft away. This set of racks is going to get cleaned up. Are they just going to sweep into a third one? No, they're just going to back off. Shotgun Shot's going to go on to 2 of them. They're going to take some power shot, harass, and they're just going to back up. The Necronomicon Archer is actually going to get frostbit and killed. And Lightning going to damage this creep wave up. And let's have a look at some new items. Demon Edge picked up on the Riki. I imagine that'll be for a MKB. Monkey King Bar. Allow him to get some mini stuns, some bonus damage. Ghost Scepter picked up by the Lich. That'll allow him to dodge, avoid the Morphling a little bit. 4K gold picked up on the Leshrac. I imagine a good portion of that is actually for buyback. His buyback is, yeah, about 1,300 gold. So he could, he's about 600 gold away from being... there we go. He just goes ahead and buys it anyways. He's about 400 gold, 400 or 500 gold off of his buyback anyways. So he should be able to farm that up. And with how this game's been looking, he's not in super big danger. He can die if he gets caught out by like 3 of them, but in a team fight, he's probably not going to really go down. Team fights have been going fairly in MTW's favor. At this point, yeah, the gold's 20,000, 30,000 experience. And it looks like they're just going to look to pressure this bottom set of racks. Riki's actually going to find the Windrunner here. She's going to get roared and then picked off. She does not have the money for buyback, so that is going to mean that they are going to quickly move in here. Manta's going to be popped. Midnight Pulse going down to try and damage out this creep wave. Thunderclap going on the Riki, and then Primal Split being used. A waveform comes through to finish off the Riki. The rest of the enemy, rest of the Radiant team just backs up. And, oh, sorry, it was Brewmaster that went down. I thought Riki went down. My fault. Must have been a Riki illusion. Gonna use the Manta again. Just start poking at this tower. It is deniable, but they know that if they deny this, that they're just going to get rolled over for this set of racks. So they cannot afford... Oh no, they're going to deny it anyways. I guess they knew that it might as well just slow down the amount of gold they're earning, because they're going to take it eventually the next time they come up. Riki does get brought down. He immediately buys back. Brewmaster goes down to the Pulse Nova. Leshrac doing tons of AoE damage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Morphling, right axis of death. Enigma gets a single black hole. Uses Chain Frost. It does bounce over the Crystal Maiden. Roar going down on the Morphling. He's going to go down. Enigma's getting caught out. And Next.kz calls GG. They're going to clear up this set of racks and then just push it out.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Some great handled team fights. MTW started to figure out that if they just go for a really heavy team fight, they will be able to clean up on Next.kz because they can do some early ganking.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Leshrack's gonna TP up here. Doing a little bit of fountain farming. Ricky gets a Crystal Maiden within the base. And the Ancient's gonna go down pretty soon here. Big ass stretch. Brewmaster goes down. Chain Frost's gonna go through.
Dire's Ancient is under attack.
That was a well-played game. It is looking a little bit like Next.kz is a little outclassed compared to MTW. Not questioning their abilities. They are definitely a pro team for a reason. Just MTW is definitely more skilled. My name is Blightwind. I hope you enjoyed this. I will be looking to cast the last game in this set. They only played 4. And I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and a favorite. Definitely helps out the channel. And leave some comments to let me know how I can improve myself. And I will catch all of you fine folk later on.